Yes, students, today we'll discuss about unlock circuit lab experiment. So in previous videos, we discussed about RC phase shift oscillator, Hartley oscillator, narrow band pass filter, narrow band reject filter. Then also we discussed precision half wave rectifier. Okay, today we'll start with the uh, remaining circuit, that is precision full wave rectifier. Okay, today's topic is now precision full wave rectifier. Understood? First you take circuit diagram here. Okay, so here you take complete circuit diagram for the precision full wave rectifier. See here, this is the complete precision full wave rectifier. Total how many amplifier are there here? A1 and A2. Okay, there are two amplifier here, A1 and A2. So A2 for the summing here. Okay, summing amplifier. So A1 is what here? Half wave rectifier. Okay, so regarding the half wave rectifier explanation, we can go through the previous video. Understood? So in that we can understand the operation of the A1 amplifier, that is half wave rectifier. So A2 is what here now? Summing amplifier means we can add the signals in the amplifier, that is summing amplifier here. A1 is for the half wave rectifier. Understood? So this is the complete circuit diagram. In circuit diagram, they are connected to op-amp A1 and A2. A1 for the half wave rectifier, A2 for the summing amplifier. Again, they are connected two diodes D1 and D2. Okay. Then they are connected resistance in between the diodes and op-amp here. Okay. After that, they given input voltage from the R1 resistance. Then they have taken from the output voltage. Understood? So here we have to take the analysis. Okay. Analysis for the precision full wave rectifier. So first you take positive cycle here. Okay, suppose if you take a positive cycle. Okay, see here you apply positive cycle here. What happens here? The positive cycle goes to A1 amplifier here. What is the output now? Negative. Okay, when there is a negative here, D1 in on condition, D2 in off condition. Okay, so D1 in on condition, D2 in off condition. Same equivalent circuit they have written here. Here, when D1 in on condition here, it acts as a closed circuit. Okay, there is a feedback from the output to input through this R resistance here. Okay, because D1 is closed circuit, D2 is open circuit, right? So for that, you'll get a zero voltage from here to here through this resistance. Okay, for this diode, zero voltage. Okay, so and also the positive of the A2 is now zero voltage. Okay, so for that, you have to neglect the circuit here. Okay, wherever zero voltage is there, you have to remove the elements here. So for that, you can write this equation. See here, positive is connected to ground because D2 is open circuit, D1 is closed circuit. So what is the output of this op-amp now? Negative, because we are applying the positive cycle as an input here. So you'll get a negative cycle. Okay, same thing. If you apply negative cycle for the summing amplifier here, again you'll get a positive output voltage because this one is the negative sign. Okay, this one is the inverting sign here. So for that, it gives the 180-degree phase shift here. So when there is a input as a negative here, you'll get a positive. So input is positive, output is positive. Okay, so positive cycle we applied for the first amplifier. From that we got negative cycle here. Then there is a negative cycle here, D1 in on condition. So when D1 in on condition here, we'll apply the negative voltage for the second op-amp here, that is summing op-amp. Okay, so here there is a negative sign here. So for that, it gives the 180-degree phase shift here. So input is inverted for the output side, means you'll get a positive. So this is for the positive cycle. Suppose if you apply negative cycle for the input. Okay, if you apply negative cycle for this input here, so what happens now? So apply negative here. What is the A1 output now? Positive. When there is a positive here, D1 in off condition, D2 in on condition. Okay, so D2 in on condition. So D1 in off condition. When D2 in on condition here, okay, we'll get a closed circuit here from this point to this point. So D1 its axis open circuit. Don't neglect the elements across the D1 diode here. Same thing, write the open circuit. See here, when D1 in open circuit here, Okay, you take elements here. These are the elements. Okay, duty is closed circuit here. Okay, so here input is negative, output is positive. So DT in on condition. Okay, when there is a positive cycle here, same thing apply for the positive sign of the summing amplifier. Again, there is no inverting here. Okay, this one is the non-inverting. Okay, so when there is non-inverting means there is no phase shift here. Okay, so already got the positive cycle from the A1 output here. Same thing will get a output of the op-amp here. Okay, output of the A2 op-amp. Okay, input is negative. Okay, output is positive here. A1 output is positive. Again, same positive output is connected to A2 here. Okay, so here there is no phase shift here because there is a positive sign here. This one is the non-inverting terminal. So here the output is positive only when there is a input is positive. Understood? So this is the complete output here. Same thing we are going to show it in waveform. Okay, so when input is positive here, what is the output here? Positive. When there is an input is negative, again output is positive. Okay, like that we'll get a precision full wave rectification. Understood? So wherever negative is there, okay, we want to convert for the positive from the second op-amp, that is summing amplifier. Understood? Same thing we'll discuss in simulation here. Okay, first you take circuit diagram here. This is the complete circuit diagram. Okay, here I've connected two op-amps here. This is for half wave rectifier. Okay, using MUA741 op-amp. Okay, and this one is the summing op-amp. Understood? So this one is summing op-amp and this one is the rectifier op-amp. The first op-amp it is connected here D1 and D2. Okay. After that we have connected resistance here like 10K I have taken here, and the bottom side also have taken 10K here. Then here I have taken feedback here, feedback for the R3 resistance. Next I have taken plus VCC and minus VE, plus 12 and minus 12 for the both op-amp. Okay, again I have taken output from the summing amplifier. This is the output terminal. So input I have taken sine waveform here. Okay, so here I have taken amplitude voltage is 1, frequency is 50. Okay, I'm applying the small voltage, that is 1 voltage, frequency about 50 hertz. Understood? Same thing we can simulate in PSpice tool here. So first I will take the component from the place part here. Okay, here you can type the component name here, MUA741. Then make a double click on the symbol here. Then place it across the circuit page. Okay, same thing you connect the resistance. You take a diode here. Understood? Then you make the ground connection. Okay, after that you apply the AC source here. Okay, here I connected AC source. Okay, for that you can go for the sine waveform, or you can take VAC, or you can take VDC also. Understood? So depending upon that, we can take the VAC input. Okay, means sine waveform. So or you can go, there is one more option here. You go to here, go to place PSpice component. Okay, then go to source here. Then you take voltage source. Okay, in that there is a sine AC source. Okay, here you can place it here. Sine source here. Then you can give the voltages here. Understood? Amplitude, frequency, you can give it here. Understood? From that you can select the component here. Understood? So this is the method for the node to take the component from the place part. So after writing our circuit diagram here, then we go to new simulation. Okay, go to new simulation. After that, you have to choose the parameter. You have to choose the parameters like analysis type, that is time domain here. Okay, analysis type you take time domain. In that you take runtime as 100 millisecond. Start saving data after is 0. The maximum step size is 100 milliseconds. Okay. Take analysis type as time domain. Runtime is 100 milli. Maximum step is 100 millisecond here. Then apply. Then click OK. Okay. Then you take the voltage marker. Okay. Place it across the output side of the op-amp. Then input side of the source, AC source. Okay. Keep it across the input side wire and output of the op-amp. Then run PSpice here. Click run PSpice. Then you'll get a output here. This is the complete output of the precision full wave rectifier. Here there is a small signal, right? That is the red color is there, right? That is input here. Okay. So input voltage range is 1 voltage here. Okay. For this input voltage after amplification, you get like a near 10 voltage. Okay. That is full wave rectifier output. So we are going to convert 1 voltage to 10 voltage. Okay. That is in precision full wave rectifier. Understood? So this is the complete output of the precision full wave rectifier.